This is the future of energy, and this is its past. For over 50 years, the steel giants of the North Sea have been the engine of Europe, pumping oil and gas to power an entire continent. But beneath the surface of today's green revolution, a dangerous secret is hiding in plain sight. A volatile mix of rusting titans, shiny new ambitions, and simmering military tension is turning the sea into a powder keg. The next global crisis might not start with a bang, but with the slow, silent corrosion of steel 200 miles from shore. The story of the North Sea is one of staggering ambition. It all kicked off in the 1960s, a modern-day gold rush for black gold. Countries like the UK and Norway raced to claim their share, building colossal steel platforms in some of the most brutal waters on Earth. At its absolute peak, the North Sea was pumping out over 6 million barrels of oil equivalent a day. It turned quiet fishing towns into bustling oil capitals and fueled European economies for decades. But that golden age? It's over. Today, many of those pioneering fields are in their twilight years. The platforms that were once marvels of engineering are now getting old, and they're decaying. And that's created one of the biggest, most expensive cleanup jobs in industrial history: decommissioning. We're talking about around 470 oil rigs, 10,000 kilometers of pipelines, and thousands of wells that all need to be safely taken apart. It's a mind-boggling task, and the price tag is just as staggering. According to the UK's North Sea Transition Authority, operators spent a record £2.4 billion on this in 2024 alone. The total bill for the UK sector is now forecast to be an eye-watering £44 billion. That number jumped by £3 billion in just 1 year, thanks to inflation and a few nasty surprises. This isn't just an accounting headache. It's an environmental time bomb. Every aging platform and every corroded pipeline carries the risk of leaks and spills. For decades, pollutants have been piling up on the seafloor. Research from 2024 revealed that sediment near some platforms contains levels of toxic chemicals and heavy metals thousands of times higher than normal. In some spots, hydrocarbon pollution was more than 10,000% higher than the surrounding seabed. This is creating broken ecosystems where only the toughest species can hang on, top predators are disappearing, and the whole food web is falling apart. And the industry is already falling behind. As of mid-2025, there's a backlog of more than 500 wells that have already blown past their original decommissioning deadlines. With over 1,000 more due for shutdown in the next few years, each delay just ups the risk, leaving these rusting giants to fester in the hostile sea as a silent threat. Now, facing an energy crisis and the climate emergency, Europe is turning back to the North Sea not for oil, but for wind. This is the new boom. 9 European countries have signed on for a massive expansion of offshore energy. The EU has set a target of 300 gigawatts of offshore wind capacity by 2050, an ambitious plan that's estimated to cost nearly 800 billion euros. Enormous new wind farms with turbines taller than skyscrapers are sprouting from the waves. Projects like Doggerbank and Hornsea are getting ready to power millions of homes. The vision is to transform the North Sea into a green energy powerhouse, hardwiring Europe's energy security for the future. But here's the paradox. The solution is creating a brand new set of problems. This green gold rush is happening in the exact same space as the old, decaying oil and gas industry. The North Sea is getting dangerously crowded. New wind farms have to be carefully threaded around a complex web of existing pipelines, subsea cables, and the forgotten junk of a half-century of industry. It's a logistical nightmare. The risk of accidents and interference is huge. But the biggest challenge isn't just navigating the physical clutter. The green transition is creating a whole new menu of strategic targets. Every wind turbine, every substation, and every kilometer of new subsea power cable is critical national infrastructure. And that makes them very tempting targets. For most of its history, the biggest threat in the North Sea was the weather. Today it's geopolitics. The region has become a new front in the tense standoff between Russia and NATO. The war in Ukraine completely rewrote Europe's security playbook, and the North Sea, with its dense web of energy infrastructure, is now seen as a major weak spot. That fear became a shocking reality in September 2022 with the sabotage of the Nord Stream pipelines. Powerful underwater explosions ripped the pipes apart, proving that critical subsea infrastructure wasn't just vulnerable, it was being actively targeted. While Danish and Swedish investigations have since closed, Germany's is still very much active. In a dramatic turn in November 2025, a Ukrainian national suspected of coordinating the attack was extradited from Italy to Germany and placed in custody. The whole affair sent a chill across Europe. The invisible arteries of its energy supply were exposed. In response, security has been massively ramped up. On December 4, 2025, the UK and Norway announced the landmark Lana House Agreement, a plan to operate a joint, interchangeable fleet of at least 13 advanced warships. Their primary mission: to hunt for Russian submarines and protect the critical infrastructure both nations depend on, a direct reaction to a sharp increase in Russian naval activity. NATO allies are now treating the North Sea as a key strategic area. A new secure communication platform, appropriately named North Seal, went live in January 2025. It allows Belgium, the Netherlands, Germany, Norway, the UK, and Denmark to share real-time intelligence on suspicious ship movements, shifting the posture from simple monitoring to active defense. But the threat isn't just physical, it's digital. The modern energy industry is highly automated. Offshore platforms are complex networks of IT and operational technology. The systems controlling everything from drilling pressure to turbine speeds. This creates a huge attack surface for hackers. Security experts warn that ransomware or state-sponsored cyber attacks could disrupt or even disable offshore operations. A successful hack could cause an operational shutdown, trigger an environmental catastrophe, or hold a nation's energy supply hostage. It's a hybrid threat, where a physical act of sabotage could be paired with a cyber attack to create a crisis that spirals out of control. The North Sea is at a historic crossroads. It's simultaneously the site of a multi-billion-dollar environmental cleanup, the heart of Europe's green energy revolution, and a new arena for geopolitical conflict. These three forces, environmental decay, green ambition, and military tension, are all converging in the same crowded, volatile space. So what happens when a storm-damaged oil rig finally gives way and spills into a major shipping lane? What happens when a cyber attack takes a massive wind farm offline during a winter cold snap? And what happens when a hostile actor decides to test NATO's resolve by cutting the cables that connect it all? For half a century, the North Sea powered Europe's prosperity. Now, it stands as a symbol of our deeply uncertain future. The new boom is here, promising clean energy and independence. But whether it will power the continent or spark the next global crisis depends entirely on who wins this dangerous new game being played just beneath the waves. What do you think is the greatest risk facing the North Sea? Let us know in the comments.